This is Boomer Life on CIL 650.
With a little help from our friends. Welcome back to Boomer Life on CIL 650. I'm Joanne Sutton. In studio with me today is our star-studded panel from the Alzheimer's Society of BC, and we're having a salute to volunteers. CEO Maria Howard is with us as well. Stacey Ashton has just joined us, the Provincial Program Coordinator for Volunteers at the Society. And it's time now to add two more expert guests to the mix. Let us say hello to Ron Angel and Shira Morgan. Hi, you guys. Thanks for joining us.
Hi.
Hello, Joanne.
Now, Ron is a retired RCMP sergeant, and I understand that you, along with your wife, Debbie, you've been involved with volunteering with the Alzheimer's Society for almost, about 10 years?
10 years, yes.
That's great. I also understand you're quite instrumental in raising a good chunk of money for the Alzheimer's Society through your efforts.
Yes, been the chair for 10 years in the Fraser Valley, and over $100,000 that over the years that we've gathered for the Society.
Wonderful. Thanks so much for doing that. Shira Morgan and her husband, they run a construction company. Is that in Chilliwack?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
yes.
Chilliwack. Mom of 3 kids, no stranger to volunteer work either as well, coming to the Society about 3 years ago to work on the Walk for Alzheimer's events.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, third year.
Third year. So Ron and Shira, great to have both of you here to talk with us about volunteers and your commitments and the Investors Group Walk for Alzheimer's. It's on our calendars. We know it, May 7th. Tell us each how you became involved with the Alzheimer's Society. And I'll start with you, Ron. Do you have a personal connection to the disease?
I certainly do. My mother and father-in-law had dementia. My mother had a massive stroke. And so she had vascular dementia, and my father-in-law had frontal temporal dementia and vascular dementia. And they were both sort of placed in care, and have since passed.
Yeah. So that was enough to have, you sit back and say, wow, my eyes are really open to this, and it's changed your life.
Absolutely. My wife and I were caregivers for quite a period of time, even prior to my father-in-law going into care. So, yeah, it was an education in itself.
So how did you make initial contact with the Alzheimer's Society?
It was my wife who actually did. She was basically pulling her hair out, dealing with my father-in-law because of his dementia, and made one phone call, and from there we started getting help.
You never looked back?
No.
And you're still involved today?
We are.
Okay. And Shira, yourself? Do you have a personal connection with dementia?
I actually don't have a personal connection. I came through my daycare provider, needed help on a committee, and I didn't even know what it was for. And I said, yeah, sure, I'll come help out. And then that's when I started getting involved. And it's great, and I'm really loving it, and I stayed on.
Oh, that's super. So now you're going to have to tell us what it is that you actually do for the walk. You're both on this committee together.
Mm-hmm. I'm in charge of team recruitment.
Okay.
So I just try to get the word out there and try to get as many people as I can to make a team and come down and help out and join. And
so you call your friends and you say,
yes,
I need a friend.
Yes, I bug all my friends. They're my best supporters.
And Ron, your position?
Actually the chair, and I've been the chair for the 10 years, and basically trying to run things, get volunteers on the committee. One of the biggest things I find is make the committee fairly small, because we have a meeting once a month, and then as the walk comes up, it's twice a month before the walk. And we normally meet at 5 in the evening and talk about what our plans are.
And this is the event for Chilliwack?
Yes. Well, it's part of the Fraser Valley, so it takes in Abbotsford, it takes in Agassiz, it takes in Hope. And Harrison, those areas.
So paint us a picture of what that event looks like, since you were both involved in it last year.
Yes.
How did it go last year? To let us know. I have never been to the event. I haven't seen it. What did it look like? Where was it? And what did you do?
Our event has always been inside, and we have a building that we use every year. And it's an indoor walk, and basically people walk in a circle, and there's music and all sorts of other things.
Fun and games and entertainment.
The average age is probably 1 to 100, in the variety of people that are there. And it's really and truly, I always view it as a celebration. Every year we have an honoree, and that person is honored that has a dementia, the disease. And really and truly, people, when they get there, they're having fun and they're celebrating.
It truly is a community event then.
It really is.
It
yes.
brings people out and brings them together.
Yeah.
How do you choose your honoree?
I believe the society does.
Well, actually, it's the coordinator, the paid coordinator for the Fraser Valley, Cindy McLeod. Her and I will sit down and look at who we have in her support group or early stage group, and then we make a decision on that.
So what can we expect for the Walk for Alzheimer's, the Investors Group Walk for Alzheimer's this May 7th? Are you doing anything different than last year? How do you make it bigger and better every year?
Well, we're doing our best. This year, Ron got a choir to come out this year, the Heritage Singers. So
Yes.
that'll be
Yeah.
exciting.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And we have face painting for the kids, and we'll have balloons, and we do a cake, and just as much fun as we can have, and try to get people out, a family thing, and have everyone come down.
What kind of numbers are we talking?
Probably numbering about 150 to 200 people.
Well, that's a big crowd.
Yeah, and we always get help a day of from volunteers. I don't want to mention that the local high school, the district, we always get about a dozen kids that come and set up stuff for us. So day of, there isn't a lot of work for us committee volunteers because all these kids are helping us, and it's great. And then that connection stays there with these kids that come and volunteer. So it and again, they're learning all about the disease and they're being educated about, and some of them might have grandparents that have
Or parents,
dementia,
yeah.
or parents, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And we could talk about pre-events too, because we do pre-events prior to that, fundraising and Krispy Kremes.
Yeah, I put together a Krispy Kreme fundraiser that I'm going to get my kids to come and sell the Krispy Kremes outside the local grocery store. And I already have sold about 50 dozen just last night on Facebook. So
50
excuse
dozen?
me. Yeah, like just asking my friends, you want to buy some Krispy Kremes? And we're hoping to raise about $500 or $600 with that in one day.
Well,
So-
I was just going to ask, how are you doing? How are you promoting the event? But it sounds like that's all part of the promotion and marketing for it.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff that I do is on Facebook. And
So
then
social media really is
Yes.
working for you.
It really is, yeah. To try to get the younger people out and the people my age kind of aware of it, because it's not really prevalent for them sometimes unless they have a personal connection. So we're just trying to get the word out there, and I think it works.
Going to start that conversation.
Yeah.
What else do you do to promote the event?
We're also having a pub night down at one of our local pubs, the Jolly Miller, and we'll be having a 50-50 draw there and a silent auction, and just try to get the word out there again.
Everybody knows the Jolly Miller. What day?
Yes.
Do you know what day you're having it?
April 28th.
All right.
Yes, come on down.
Do you do anything else for your pre-events?
Last year, actually, we had something that happened that was quite meaningful to me and to a lot of other people. A young girl had read the story about our honoree of last year, and she decided to do a lemonade stand just out of the blue. And so that was really successful. The honoree that we had for that year and his wife came, and this girl made over $200 from just her little community area. And just an elementary school girl, and that was great. Like that, very heartwarming.
People get motivated for different reasons. It almost falls under the category of anything for Alzheimer's as one of your fundraisers.
Well, it's interesting. What we say at the Society about the walk is that it is equally raising awareness about what it is like to have Alzheimer's and how it fits into a community, and fundraising. I mean, both are such significant, important aspects of the walk. It is certainly a great fundraising opportunity for the Society, so we really encourage that. But more than anything, we just want people to come out and participate in the community and know that there's lots of people out there who are willing to support them on the journey. It's really about sparking a community engagement.
Absolutely. So you've been doing this for 10 years, Ron. You must get something out of it.
Absolutely. It's day of, it is just so emotionally inspiring for me and for friends of mine and my wife, certainly. She's there too. So it's just being able to help out because we got the help is really important.
A chance for you to give back.
Absolutely.
So bringing in your 35 plus years experience as an RCMP member, do you ever have to apply any of those skills at these events?
Normally, yes, I'm a bit of a sergeant major at the events. I normally let people do their thing, but if things are going sideways, I will certainly kind of redirect things. And along those. I have been referred to as that before. So.
He cracks the whip, does he,
He
Shira?
does, yes, he does. He's in charge.
But he's not wearing his red suit anymore.
No, not anymore.
No. And for you, you've done this for 3 years now, and you
Yes.
said earlier in the show that you had no personal connection to Alzheimer's. So
No, not yet.
What do you think motivates you to stay involved?
I like to help out, and I just want to have a reason to give back, and a really good cause. And I think it doesn't get as much support as it should sometimes. So I just want to do what I can.
Help spread the word, help start the
Exactly.
conversation.
Yeah.
Because it could happen to anybody at any
That's
given
the scary thing.
time.
Yeah.
That's right. And do your children get involved as well?
We're going to get them involved, yeah. Yeah,
Sure.
I'm going to have them out there selling the donuts. And they always come to the day of the walk as well.
So do you actually set a goal of how much you want to raise for the Walk for Alzheimer's as a committee?
We do get training prior to the actual walk every year, and in that part of that training is like set some goals as to how much money you think and how many people obviously you need to help out to do the actual walk itself. So we have set a goal.
So if someone in the Fraser Valley wants to participate, how do they get involved? Whether as a volunteer or they just want to come out and walk with their family, what would you say to them?
The website. The website's the easiest. Well, and they can phone me. Like my phone number's on the website. If you go to the Walk for Alzheimer's -CA and you go to British Columbia, and then you go to Fraser Valley, and you'll get the connection there.
Yeah, and we can get that through alzheimersbc.org.
Yeah, you can go that way through too.
Yeah, and it'll say Walk for Alzheimer's, and somebody goes through.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. So you don't care what the weather is on that day?
No,
on
it
May
doesn't really
7th?
matter for us.
You guys are indoors. Do
Yeah.
we know how many different walks are there across the province?
22.
22. And a number of them would be indoors as well. And
It varies. When we used to have the walk in January, many more were indoors. But now that we've moved the walk into May, I think some have shifted out. But it's really about each community picking the best place to bring the best crowds in. And each committee knows their community the best and knows what attracts people the best. So, it's really up to what makes the best sense for each neighborhood.
okay, last chance for recruitment. Any final words on the event for May 7th, the Investors Group Walk for Alzheimer's?
Oh, please come to our walk. You'll have a
Yes.
great time, and it's a celebration. You have lots of fun.
Yeah.
It's family friendly.
It's going to be a great day. Come out and donate.
Thanks to both of you, Ron Angel and Shira Morgan, for your contributions, and good luck with the event this year
Thank you very much.
in the Fraser Valley. Thanks to both Ron and Shira for their contributions on today's show on volunteers. Thanks basically for all the time that you commit to the Alzheimer's Society BC. We need more community members like this, right, Maria?
We absolutely do.
Thanks to Stacey Ashton for an inside look on coordinating and training volunteers within the Society. Want to say thanks to you, Maria Howard, CEO of the Alzheimer's Society, for continuing the conversation and reminding us that it's okay to talk about Alzheimer's and other dementias. It's a big part of our world, especially as baby boomers. Thanks to you for joining us today on Boomer Life. We have this conversation with the Alzheimer's Society of BC once a month. And if you miss it, you can visit the CIL650.com website, listen to the podcast, or you can visit alzheimersbc.org and get the information there. Please, if you have any questions about or concerns about Alzheimer's disease, talk to a friend, talk to a doctor, or contact the Alzheimer's Society of BC. They're there to help. I'm Joanne Sutton. This is Boomer Life on CIL 650.